Back home, and I want to put what I've learned about crowd management to the test. Let's face it, Northern Ireland has a bit of a reputation for crowds not behaving themselves. I'm about to face probably the biggest crowd of the year that Belfast has to offer.
I am not a big boy, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to tell anyone what to do. I mean, if someone bumps into me, I'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry, would you like some tea?
Tonight, I'm out on the streets in Belfast. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Culture Night.
Tonight is Culture Night in Belfast. It's one of the biggest event nights in the calendar. There's nearly 50,000 people coming into Belfast tonight, and I'm going to be part of the security for this, just to see how the crowd behave.
This is the night that Belfast really comes alive. 42,000 people will descend on the city to watch street performers, dancers, and a massive parade in a carnival atmosphere. Events like this have made Belfast one of the top 10 tourist destinations in the world, and a million miles from Belfast's troubled past. But before all that, I'm getting the 5:15 briefing where every detail of tonight's activity is discussed, and nothing is left to chance.
Is this your first time, is it?
No, the second one, but the
first. Oh, is it? Right.
Well, you don't have one of our t-shirts on yet?
No.
Okay, you need to have one of our t-shirts on, so if you put that on for me.
Right, will do.
Roll your hood up and put it away for us as well, please.
Will do, yeah. It's his problem.
Culture Night has been running since 2009. It started off with around 15,000 and then it's got bigger every year. Right, the positions you're going to be on, okay?
Andrew McQuillan is the main man running crowd management tonight. His team will use any tools at their disposal, including monitoring social media.
We're watching the Twitter feeds and everyone's going mad about this, so there's going to be a big crowd tonight.
They do this to get a handle on where the crowd is moving before it even gets there.
Less and less space between the people.
And look at this, brushing up on their crowd density. Keith Stills would be proud.
People, can you see? When you get to 4 and 5, you can really only see their heads. And 3 per square metre, people are touching you, around you. 4, you're being touched on all sides, and 5, you can't move through the crowd easily at all. That's it. Okay, we're going to give you out your sheets now. So everyone understand that? Okay.
These are the most important things here, this crowd density. And my job is to spot when it's getting to like a really dangerous, unmanageable level,
No more chat and rehearsal. This is it. My first time out on the street. There's still only a few people out and about at the moment. But believe me, there's already millions of butterflies in my stomach.
Do you get scared? Does it scare you?
I wouldn't say get scared. I mean, the thing is, I know from experience, the more you plan, the easier it is.
Yeah.
If we did, we've done 2.5 months planning. The crowd management plan for this event was over 100 hours work, and we measured every street around here. Every street we measured, the length and the breadth and all the pinch points.
So my job is to keep people away from the wheel. My job.
Yes, your job, as all our stewards do, you're putting yourself, on the line, if you like.
And where would I get a taxi? Where's the nearest? Where's the nearest taxi?
But as the crowd builds, I have to remember they're all here to have fun. But from my perspective, even the smallest thing could end in tears.
Excuse me, do you want to come down there? We don't want you falling there. Come on ahead, do you want a hand?
I like falling.
I'll give you a wee hand. Good man. High five, Angry Bird. Or not, whatever. One or two. Big hit for the kids.
The centrepiece of Culture Night, the Carnival Parade, has just begun. And this is where crowd management comes into sharp focus.
So, Andy, we have a street here. How wide is this?
Approximately 18 metres.
About 18 metres. Now, that entire parade needs to squeeze into this street.
Yes.
And what width would that be?
9.8. I think we measured that.
Half the size.
About that, yes.
So what's the impact of that?
Well, as my professor says at university, it's like putting an egg back in the chicken. It doesn't quite fit.
This crowd has tens of thousands of people in it. Where do we need to be right now?
Over there.
Right.
Yes.
Let's go.
Basically, we have a street there that is roughly about 20 metres wide. 20 metres wide. In the space of about 4 metres, that has to compress down to less than 10 metres. What that means is an amount of people that are this width needs to compress down to roughly half its size. But more importantly, they need to do that safely. And it's my job to do it.
One thing I've got to remember, despite hundreds of people blocking the road, this parade cannot stop. This is the only part of Culture Night that must run to time. The procession has to be over by precisely 9:15 or risk ruining the grand finale.
So if you just want to ask me to move around the car?
Yeah. All right, folks, if you want to keep in there, bedlam. Thousands and thousands of people. I just don't want you to get trampled down, that's all. Excellent. Off onto the pavement there if you can, folks. Sorry, I just don't want you to get trampled. Thanks very much. Just have you onto the pavement there, folks. Thank you. I think the weirdest thing for me is that it's easy for... I thought the crowd was there, when in actual fact that crowd is about to meet a brand new, impromptu, unplanned for crowd that they need to merge into. And I think that's the funny thing about crowds. You can never really control the way that they behave. Well, or can you?
The parade culminates outside the cathedral. Not only is this where the crowd density is at its highest, but there are all manner of participants.
Through there, sorry. There's flames coming through there, folks. If I could just get you a bit wider for the flames.
There are carnival dinosaurs, and this chap who's taking the saying, keep her lit, maybe a wee bit too literally.
The parade has almost completed its course now, and in every single twist and turn, the crowd has behaved in a different way. What's most amazing is, when we try to control or change their behaviour, they come right back at you with a new way of changing it themselves. The only difference is here is crowd control is so important in this scenario, because if it doesn't work, everyone could get their fingers burned, or worse. Girls, stay out of trouble, girls, now. Girls, stay out of trouble. I don't want to have to lift any of you now. If I need to, I will.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Of course, being Belfast, the crack is going on in pubs and bars well into the night, and this is where a new phase of crowd safety kicks in. But Andrew is still always watching the crowd density.
See how rammed this street is?
Oh my gosh.
That's 4 per square metre.
Yeah,
And you're not going to fit.
It's going to be a
And
disaster,
if one person trips over, everyone trips over
a
the front,
trampling episode.
and then somebody might die.
Yeah.
That's why you have to be very careful with the crowds. We have staff positions just over here and here.
Yeah.
And if that gets too dangerous, we will stop people going in. We don't want to stop people going in, but we will if we have to.
Yeah, if you need to. I think this evening is brilliant for Belfast, you know. I mean, Culture Night happens once a year, and we can see that when Belfast shines at its best, the crowd come together to show what they do best, and that's get together, have a good party, have a good time, and do it safely and without any hassle or nonsense. I think that's the image Belfast needs across the world, and it's here. It's not contrived, you know, and you know, the crowd did that themselves, really.